doubt it was a day that forever changed our nation's future. A day when, for the first time, we went from being a country where most people could not vote to one where most people could. It was, of course, another decade before equal suffrage was achieved. But on that February day, 7 centuries after Magna Carta, almost 90 years after the Great Reform Act, the Mother of Parliaments finally earned the right to call itself a true democracy. A 1909 postcard published by the Women Writers' Suffrage League shows a woman being dragged from the feet of justice by the masked thug of prejudice. And so it was in real life. Because the right to vote was not handed over willingly. Rather, it had to be forced over many years of struggle from the hands of those who held it for themselves. All around us here today are reminders of what that struggle looked like. Up the stairs is St. Stephen's Hall, where the statue of Viscount Falkland still bears the mark of Marjorie Humes, who chained herself to its spur. Outside, beyond the grand arched window, the New Palace Yard and Parliament Square, scene of such brutality when suffragettes clashed with police on Black Friday. Now, these stories now dwell in the history books, dusted off to share with visiting constituents and school children. Yet in this hall tonight, we see the living legacy of the suffragette campaigners. Hundreds of female parliamentarians, past and present, women who serve or have served as ministers and shadow ministers, a female former Speaker of the House of Commons, a female Prime Minister. A century after women won the right to send MPs to Westminster, nearly all the parties represented here have a female leader or deputy leader. But we owe such a debt to the suffragette campaigners and the suffrage campaigners that they deserve greater recognition, and that's why later this year a statue of Millicent Fawcett will be unveiled in Parliament Square. Let us all, through words and deeds, be their fitting heirs.